What is the conventional wisdom about boosting NAD?
Well, when it was first realized that restoring NAD could actually help to alleviate some of the symptoms of aging, there was obviously a huge interest in how can we actually do this. So the first sort of things that came around were put some pure NAD in a pill and we'll swallow it, or we'll do an IV infusion of pure NAD. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as that because it's really chemically unstable. And that means it flips between all sorts of different forms and degrades really easily outside of the cells. So you absolutely cannot put pure NAD in a pill. It will not survive the gut. It won't even survive sitting in the pill bottle. So that's not a good idea. We can infuse pure NAD in, we can make it up fresh, we can avoid having to put it in pills, which avoids the gut. But then there was another obstacle that was encountered, and that is that NAD is actually quite a big molecule in terms of what our cells like to let in. So things can't just pass freely over our cell membranes. Whilst an IV will get it into the blood, it doesn't get it into the cells. And NAD doesn't actually do very much at all in the blood. It needs to be inside the cells to perform its function. So the next sort of, why don't we use a smaller molecule? So why don't we use the raw materials that our body uses to make NAD? And these are called precursors. Now, the most famous precursors for boosting NAD, they used as supplements, and they would be the likes of NMN or NR. And these are both vitamin B3 derivatives that your body can use to make NAD. And the sort of theory behind this is that they're small enough to get into most cells. And that means if you give the cell more of the raw material that it needs, hopefully you'll get more NAD out of the other end. So that is the best ways that were thought of trying to boost NAD. But what we now realize is actually scientifically, they don't actually make that much sense when you look at the reasons why NAD actually declines.